A fortnight ago, Mick Schumacher made his highly anticipated Grand Prix debut with the Haas F1 team after 6 years of car racing under his belt. Anyone who has followed Schumacher's career thus far will be well aware that while he's a good driver, he's more of a second-year driver who typically takes his time to find his footing in the championship. He'll usually spend the first year learning before contending for the title in the second year. And I say contend for the title because Schumacher never won an F4 even though he won an F3 and F2. Anyway, in the 6 years of car racing that Mick Schumacher spent, just 5 drivers he raced against would ever make it to the F1 starting grid. So there's the question. What happened to Mick Schumacher's junior single-seater rivals and those who succeeded where he didn't? Well, there's your title of this video, and this is part 1, Formula 4 and MRF. Just before we begin, if you're wondering how we determine a success, we define finishing third and above in a championship as a successful season for Formula 4. For the 2015 ADAC Formula 4 Championship, the top 3 in the standings will be Marvin Diaz, Joao Eriksson, and Joey Mawson. So what happened to these drivers? Let's start with the championship winner Marvin Diaz. Diaz will take the step up to Formula 3 at the end of the year with Outline Engineering participating in the final round of the season in Hockenheim as a guest entry. Despite his 2015 success and F3 cameo, he would pivot away from single-seaters at the end of the year, switching to sports cars. For 2016, he would move to the GT3-based ADAC GT Masters, where he would finish 14th with a best result of 3rd in the first Hockenheim race. 2017 would see him run a dual program in the FIA World Endurance Championship in GTEM, alongside a Bangplan GT Asia Championship. Of the two, the WEC campaign would be the greatest success, with the German taking second in the Drivers' Championship. 2018 would then see Diaz scale down his program to race only in Europe, with a main campaign in the European Le Mans Series and a two-race campaign in the VRN Endurance Series. 2019 then saw him return to the ADAC GT Masters, which was paired with the ADAC GT4 campaign. Diaz will also participate in select races of the VLN and the 24 Hours of Dubai. He would then repeat this twin campaign for 2020 while running a reduced side campaign which was concentrated solely on the 24 Hours of the Nürburgring. Second place, Joao Eriksson will move up to the FIA Formula 3 European Championship for 2016, finishing 5th overall and as the top rookie. In addition, he will compete in the Masters of Formula 3 event at Zandvoort alongside the Macau Grand Prix. Eriksson would win the Masters of Formula 3 while failing to finish the Macau Grand Prix. In the middle of the year, Eriksson would join the BMW Junior team, which would lead him away from single-seaters at the end of 2017. 2017 saw Eriksson stay in Formula 3. He would finish second in the FIA Formula 3 European Championship while competing in the Macau Grand Prix, where he again failed to finish. 2018 saw him run in the DTM with BMW Team RBM, scoring a single win at Misano, finishing 14th in the standings. He will also compete in the Spa round of the International GT Open with Sankya Motorsport, scoring a podium in the second race. Eriksson also participated in the Macau Grand Prix for the third time, and he would finish the race second. 2019 would see him return to the DTM with RBM, finishing 11th with 2 podiums. Eriksson will also participate in select races of the China GT Championship, VRN, and the Asian Le Mans Series. At the end of the year, he made a Macau return in the GT World Cup with FIS Team AAI, finishing 7th. 2020 then saw him depart the DTM, focusing on the ADAC GT Masters, where he would finish 37th. Third place, Joey Mawson would stay in the ADAC Formula 4 Championship for 2016, claiming the title. At the end of the year, he would compete in the BRDC F3 Autumn Trophy alongside the MRF Challenge Formula 2000, finishing second in both championships. 2017 saw Mawson make the step up to the Formula 3 European Championship with Van Amersfoort, finishing 13th with a single podium. For 2018, Mawson would move to GP3 with Arden, finishing 13th with 2 sprint race podiums. 2019 would see Mawson focus on the Porsche Super Cup, where he would finish in 11th. Mawson also made brief appearances in several series such as the Australian Radical Cup, Carrera Cup Australia, Carrera Cup Germany, the DMV GTC, and the Formula Regional European Championship. 2020 would then see Mawson compete solely in the Porsche Carrera Cup Germany, finishing in 8th. For 2021, he's competing in the S5000 Australia Series and currently sits first in the standings. Ahead of the 2016 season, Schumacher will make an appearance in the final round of the 2015-16 MRF Challenge Formula 2000. For a part-season campaign, it was obvious that Schumacher was never in contention for the title. But anyway, we aim to be as comprehensive as we can, so we'll cover this. For the 2015-16 MRF Challenge, Pietro Fittipaldi, Tatiana Calderon, and Nikita Troitsky were the top 3 drivers in the standings, with Fittipaldi emerging as champion. For 2016, Fittipaldi would move to the Formula V8 3.5 series, ending the year in 10th place with 4 tech. For 2017, Fittipaldi would remain in the series, moving over to the Charouz Run Losers team, finishing the year as the final series champion, as the championship would be cancelled at the end of the year. For 2018, Fittipaldi was due to partake in a part-season campaign across Super Formula, the FIA World Endurance Championship, and IndyCar. However, due to a crash during qualifying for the 6 Hours of Spa in the WEC in May, Fittipaldi broke broke his legs, resulting in large changes to his racing program. His Super Formula program was effectively cancelled after one round, with Tom Dillman replacing him, while his additional planned substitutions for Renger van der Zandt in the number 10 Dragon Speed at Fuji in the WEC was also canned. This just left him with his part-time campaign in IndyCar with Dale Coyne Racing. At the end of 2018, Fittipaldi would join Haas as his test driver for 2019. 2019 saw him compete in the DTM with WRT, although he would also served as a substitution for Jamie Green at Team Rosberg for the Misano round. The 2019 off-season saw him compete in the F3 Asian Championship with Pinnacle Motorsport, finishing 5th. 2020 then saw him focus exclusively on his duties with Haas, and he ultimately drove in the Sakhir and Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, substituting for the injured Romain Grosjean. Second place will be taken by Tatiana Calderon. In 2016, Calderon will make her debut in the GP3 series with Arden International, finishing in 21st with 2 points. 2017 would see her remain in GP3, moving over to Dams, which yielded 18 in the standings with 7 points. For 2018, Calderon remained in GP3 for a third year with Gender Motorsport, finishing in 16 with 11 points. Calderon will make the step up to Formula 2 for 2019 with Arden, finishing in 22nd with 0 points. She will also make guest appearances in the Porsche Super Cup while competing in the F3 Asian Championship in the 2019 off-season. 2020 saw her participate in part-season campaigns in Super Formula and the European Le Mans Series, alongside appearances at the Rolex 24 at Daytona in GTD and the 24 Hours of Le Mans in LMP2. Calderon will finish 23rd with 0 points in Super Formula and 11th with 19.5 points in the European Le Mans Series. Third place will be taken by Nikita Troitsky. In 2016, Troitsky will participate in the Formula Renault 2.0 Northern European Cup with Fortec, finishing in 14th. He would also race in the Euro Formula Open for 2 rounds with DriveX School. 2017 saw Troitsky race in the Euro Formula Open with DriveX School for the full season, finishing 2nd overall. 2018 would then see him move to the FIA Formula 3 European Championship with Carlin, finishing 15th overall with 37 points. After this season, Troitsky would then seemingly hang up his helmet, with no racing activities recorded since then. For 2016, Schumacher will compete in 2 Formula 4 championships with Prema, adding an Italian F4 campaign next to ADAC F4. Since we did the 2015 ADAC F4 season earlier, we will carry on from there. As we mentioned, in ADAC F4, the first place driver would be Joey Mawson, while Schumacher would finish in 2nd. Third place would then be taken up by Mike David Ottman. Immediately after his F4 success, Ottman would pivot away from single-seaters, shifting his focus to sports cars. 2017 saw him participating in the ADAC GT Masters, finishing 26th overall. 2018 would then see him return to the campaign. 2018 would then see him return to the ADAC GT Masters once again to finish 14th, alongside other limited programs in the VLN, the 24-hour GT Series and the 24 Hours of the Nürburgring. 2019 would see a similar program, with a main campaign in the ADAC GT Masters yielding 12th in the standings, paired with limited programs in the VLN and the 24-hour GT Series. Ottman will also race in the Dubai 24 Hours and the 24 Hours of the Nürburgring. 2020 saw him run a mixed campaign in the 24-hour series, the NLS, the ADAC GT Masters, and the 24 Hours of Nürburgring, where he finished 2nd in this SP9 Pro-Am class. So now that we're done with the ADAC F4 Championship, let's move over to the Italian F4 Championship. Marco Seibert will finish first, ahead of Mick Schumacher and Raul Gosman. For 2017, Seibert will make a move up to the GP3 series with Campos Racing, which saw him finish 16th in the standings with 14 points and 0 podiums. In 2018, he took a step back to compete in the Euro Formula Open, again with Campos, finishing in 3rd. For 2019, he would contest a part-season campaign in the Formula Regional European Championship with US Racing, before seemingly hanging up his gloves from that point onwards, and has not raced since. For 2017, third place Raul Gosman will move to Formula Renault with a main campaign in the Euro Cup, finishing in 17th with Race GP alongside a guest drive in the Spa Northern European Cup round. 2018 will see him repeat this with Fortec, finishing in 21st in the Euro Cup, while the NEC guest driving program was expanded to 4 rounds and was paired with additional appearances in the Euro Formula Open and the Pro Master Championship with RP Motorsport. 2019 would then see him move to the Formula Regional European Championship, finishing in 6th with RP Motorsport, and for 2020 he would move into sports cars, finishing in 6th with RP Motorsport in the Lamborghini Super Trofeo Europe. At the end of 2016, Schumacher would participate in the 2016-17 MRF Challenge Formula 2000, where he would finish in 3rd behind Harrison Newey and once again Joey Mawson. For 2017, Newey will compete a 2nd year in the FIA Formula 3 European Championship with Van Amersfoort Racing, finishing in 11th. In the off-season, he will compete in the 2017-18 Asian Le Mans Series with Jackie Chan DC Racing, finishing 1st in the LMP2 category. For 2018, he would pivot to sports cars with a full season campaign in the European Le Mans Series with Algarve Pro Racing, finishing in 12th. He would then also make his Le Mans debut with SMP Racing, finishing 10th in the LMP2 class. The 2018 off-season then saw him return to the Asian Le Mans Series with Algarve Pro Racing, finishing 2nd in LMP2. 2019 then saw Newey run a mixed program with both single-seaters and sports cars. He competed in the Japanese Super Formula Championship with BMAX, finishing 15th with a podium alongside 3 rounds of the Japanese Formula 3 Championship. He would also make an appearance in the European Le Mans Series with Carlin at Silverstone and in the British GT Championship with Multimatic. 2020 then saw Newey focus on sports cars with a main program in the DTM with the BRT, where Newey would finish in 14th with 27 points, alongside a guest entry in the European Le Mans Series with AF Corse at Spa, finishing 2nd in GTE. Newey would also make an appearance in the Rolex 24 at Daytona with Dragon Speed, winning in the LMP2 category. Well, that's part 1, Formula 4 and MRF. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, do drop me a like and subscribe. Follow me on my socials. If you think this video can be improved, do drop me a comment below. I'll take your feedback and work on it. Do stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you soon for part 2.